Hi, today I'm going to look at Yesterday by the Beatles, which is a Paul McCartney song and one of the most well-known songs ever written. I just uploaded a video to YouTube of myself playing the chords with McCartney's voice alongside me, and YouTube took it down immediately because of copyright. So what I'll do is at the end of this video I'll show the part of the video that's just me, but you won't hear the singing on there. You won't hear him singing along, and then at least you can see the chords being played in the context of the song. So I thought I'd go through the what I think is the proper way to play this. It's in the key of F, and a lot of people play it in the key of F, but actually he originally tuned his guitar down a full step, which is the equivalent to 2 frets, which means that if you played this note, what you would hear is this note. So tune the whole guitar down a full step. At the moment I've got mine back in normal tuning. The video at the end I'll be tuned down for that. And the way he plays with the right hand, it sounds like he's playing sort of without a pick, sort of thumb hitting bass notes, and then these 3 fingers, sometimes playing like this and sometimes. So I personally would mostly do this, that sort of style. So a good thing to practice for this song would be take a G chord, a 4-finger G chord like this, and just practice going. And at the moment I've got my fingers on the first 3 strings, but I'm trying to catch this 4th string as well with that fingers. So it's very kind of loose. It's not a very exact way of playing. It's just. And sometimes you might find you could put your fingers on the 2nd, 3rd and 4th strings and just do that, depending on which chord you're on. But I wouldn't worry too much about which strings. The main thing is to get the right bass note and then get this kind of motion here. And the basic chords, G, there's 2 sections to the song. The first section, G, F sharp minor. Now McCartney tends to play this live. If you think of an F sharp minor bar chord, he'll do it like this. And that's, a lot of people play bar chords like that, and it's exactly the same notes as a bar chord. It's just you haven't got a bar. You're just putting your thumb over the top, that one over 3 strings, and these 2 here. So you're forming all of the notes of the bar chord. So we've got G, F sharp minor, B7, E minor. And when he plays the E minor, his bass note, rather than being this one, a lot of the time he's hitting the higher one, which is still an E root note. And I think the reason he does that is because then there's a chord which is an E minor 7 with a D in the bass, which is where you do this. So it's basically these 4 strings. And I think that's why he goes to the higher E there, so that he can go. So we've got G, F sharp minor, B7, E minor, E minor 7, C, D, G. And then there's a G over F sharp, which is a G chord with an F sharp in the bass. Just a passing chord, this one. It's one of those things where out of context it sounds horrible. But when you go like that, it's a step down between G and E minor. It's a passing chord. So the next chord is E minor, this time with the low bass, A7, C to G, and the timing there, you have to listen to the song for that. It kind of goes, follows the vocal. So I'll just play through that section. That then repeats, And then you've got the sort of the next pass, but it's kind of the chorus, I suppose, which is F sharp minor, played the same way, B7, and then this bit's interesting. It's quite hard to hear what chords he's playing on the record, but this is what I think he's doing. I've sort of had a good listen to it this morning. I think he's doing this. So after the F sharp minor and the B7, you've got a descending bass line, which is E, D, C, B. So it's, and on the top of that, sometimes you see people playing whole chords for this and sort of doing things like that. But I think he's just doing this, hitting the first two strings and sometimes the third one a little bit, sort of occasionally, at the same time as those bass notes, like this. So in the context of the sequence, it sounds like this. And then A minor, D, G, and then we've got again F sharp minor, B7, that little rundown thing with the bass, A minor, D, so that was just a repeat, G, and that G is just held and it just rings. And then you've got a repeat of the first sequence, the verse, another chorus section, and then a verse, and I think that's how it ends. So I'll just play through the first section again. And then the second section. And that repeats. And something else to just mention, the very ending, there's a repeat of the last line that he sings. And again, I've had a careful listen to this. This is what I think he's playing on the record. A lot of people repeat the chords, which is E minor, A7, C, G. And I think McCartney, when he does it live, looks like he's playing that as well. E minor, A7, C, G. On the record it sounds like it's this, G, but without the G bass note, so just these four strings. A7 played like this, which is sort of a bluesy version of an A7 chord. C with the little finger staying on this G note. When you do that, it doesn't affect the name of that chord, it's still just a C chord. And then G, so it's. And I think that's the way he plays the ending. So I'm referring to the original recording of this. So now I'm going to play the video that I made earlier, which is me just playing through it with headphones on and I'm listening to McCartney singing. So some of the timing's a little bit strange because I'm trying to play along with his vocal. But anyway, it's enough to show you the sequence of chords. And just remember to practice this sort of technique to begin with, unless you're already familiar with that style of playing. And I've tried to put in most of the bass notes that he's playing on the original recording, on the video that's coming up. Okay, thanks.